What's the best filtration for your planted shrimp aquarium? Hey everyone, it's Ray from RW Aquarium Pages. When setting up a shrimp or planted aquarium, or a combination of both, filtration is quite important. There are many types of filters out there, from sponge to hang-on back, or HOB, to canister. Simply put, the filter's job is to regulate water flow, which helps oxygenate and clean the water. The filters have a surface area that contains algae and biofilm, which shrimp graze on. Filter media is as important as it houses nutrifying bacteria that converts and cleans the water as it passes through it. You'll want something very porous. You can go economical and use sponges inside the filter. I personally like to use Neo's Media Pure or Eheim substrate. Both these products are designed with high surface area, rarely clogs up, and lasts a very long time. The simplest form is a sponge filter. Singular or dual sponge versions. Some of the more advanced ones have their own media compartment. Sponge filters use a pump which pushes air through a tube. The water is sucked through the sponge area and out the top. Sponge filters are fairly inexpensive and work well. One issue you may run into if you're going with a less expensive setup is if you use a cheaper pump, they can be loud and quite annoying. They have a large surface area which collects biofilm, a nice snack for shrimp to graze on. Maintenance is pretty straightforward as well. You take them apart once or twice a month and squeeze them into a separate container of aquarium water. This way you'll maintain the beneficial bacteria that helps the ecosystem thrive. Personally, all my shrimp tanks have them. They can be quite unsightly in a planted aquarium, but I hide them behind some rock or wood structure. For larger aquariums, you can place a power head on top of the sponge filter. The only con to this is the unsightly power head, but there are many ways to hide them. With most of my shrimp aquariums, I also use a hang-on back filter combined with a sponge filter. The brand that I use more often than not is AquaClear. They are quieter than a sponge filter and have room for different types of media. A hang-on back filter is powered by a motor to suck in and push water out. They do take up space behind the aquarium and can ruin the aesthetics and the design of your aquarium. The intake will need a filter guard or a sponge to prevent baby shrimp from being sucked in. I recommend this plastic guard filter by Aquameta. It blends in nicely with the aquarium. I've used these stainless steel guards in the past. They are not as nice looking, and after a while they begin to rust. So I guess that's so much for the actual stainless steel. A more advanced version of the hang-on back filter is the Canister Filter. They're more powerful in terms of flow and can hold more filter capacity. I've used them in the past, but they can be very costly. Canister filters have some flexibility, as some pro Taiwanese breeders combine two canister filters together. One with the motor turned off and the other one pulls the water, so the media space doubles as a result. The water is more filtered and can be cleaner. In Asia, you can buy a motorless Eheim canister container. The last two are variations of each other. An undergravel filter or an undergravel filter box with substrate inside. The undergravel filter box is used by breeders, and in my opinion, it's not for a show tank. The water is filtered through the substrate like 88, so it softens and buffers the water better. It's easy to swap up the filter media, the substrate, in the box as you can hot swap them. The above are the most common options with pros and cons of each one. It really depends on your goals and your personal preference. When selecting a filtration system best for your tank, you should ask yourself, do I want a breeding farm or a planted display tank in my living space? In the end, they all filter the water to cleanse it and to keep good flow in the aquarium and oxygenate the water for shrimp and other inhabitants. What's your preferred method of filtration in your shrimp aquarium? Do you use one or a combination of all of the above, or are there some other options you'd recommend?